Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into bridging the gap between high-level SAP business strategy and the actual nitty-gritty technical setup. Seriously, if you've ever wondered how a massive enterprise takes a giant strategic vision and turns it into working code, you are in exactly the right place. Take a look at this infinity loop. It perfectly captures SAP's vision of becoming the experience company. You can see how it seamlessly connects the left side, that's experience data, or what customers are actually feeling and saying, with the right side, which is operations data, literally how the business runs under the hood. It's all about blending empathy with execution to create this incredible continuous feedback loop. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover the intelligent enterprise vision, the lead-to-cash process, SAP Cloud Suite architecture, unifying APIs with SAP Graph, and finally, master data integration setup. So, starting with Section 1, the intelligent enterprise vision, which is all about combining empathy, trust, and agility. The business benefits here are super focused. First up, you drive real revenue by directly connecting your demand chain to your supply chain. Second, you gain these profound insights by merging that X data and O data we just talked about. And third, and this is the big one, improving efficiency through out-of-the-box integration scenarios, basically making systems work together intelligently right from day one. Moving on to Section 2, the lead-to-cash process. This is where we talk about turning prospects into lifetime customers. So formally, lead-to-cash, or L2C, is managing all aspects of an initial contact with an unknown customer, that's your revenue generation, all the way to order fulfillment and service delivery, which is revenue realization. Now, I really want to stress this. L2C spans the entire life cycle. It takes a complete stranger and transforms them into a fully integrated, paying, and, hopefully very happy customer. Let's see how this builds chronologically. The journey has 5 major steps. It kicks off with contact to lead, then lead to opportunity. From there, it moves to opportunity to quote or cart, depending on whether you're dealing with B2B or B2C. Next up is quote to order, and finally, order to cash. Every single step here represents an absolutely critical handover in the business. All right, Section 3, SAP Cloud Suite architecture, or the building blocks of the customer journey. This breakdown clearly lays out how the C/4HANA suite and S/4HANA distribute the heavy lifting. Each phase relies on a dedicated, specialized tool. For instance, contact to lead, that's handled by SAP Marketing Cloud. When we move to opportunity to quote, SAP Commerce or Sales Cloud takes over. And to bring the whole thing home, order to cash is driven by the absolute powerhouse that is S/4HANA and SAP Service Cloud. Now on the front end, the revenue generation side of the house, you're utilizing tools like Marketing Cloud. This is where you actively create targeted campaigns, score interactions, and convert those initial clicks into highly qualified leads. It's all about that precision targeting and engaging your prospect right out of the gate. Conversely, on the back end, the revenue realization side, once the ink is dry on that order, Service Cloud steps in to handle the actual delivery. It makes sure the customer actually gets what they paid for. Meanwhile, SAP Analytics Cloud is in the background crunching the numbers, tracking those executive KPIs, and showing managers the real, tangible business results. But looking at all these powerful, totally distinct systems, we have to pause for a second and ask a really crucial question. How do we seamlessly connect S/4HANA with Sales Cloud? Seriously, how do we actually make these separate, incredibly complex systems talk to each other without causing a total nightmare for IT? Well, that's the technical reality we have to solve next. Which brings us to Section 4, unifying APIs with SAP Graph, also known as the Universal Translator. Let's read through this definition together. SAP Graph is a unified API layer across SAP's intelligence suite that removes integration complexity by providing core data within one stable virtual domain model. And this brilliantly illustrates the whole idea of Graph acting as a universal translator. Instead of IT architects having to build hundreds of custom point-to-point connections, which, let's be honest, quickly turns into an unmanageable mess of API spaghetti, Graph steps in to provide one clean, beautifully harmonized layer. Graph directly empowers developers by harmonizing APIs using a single technology. It focuses strictly on business objects along those enterprise processes we just mapped out.
It even offers public access to explore application creation. And, this is cool, lets developers work with either real SAP data or mocked data. Bottom line, developers can orchestrate APIs and build powerful extensions in minutes, not months.
All right, final stretch. Section 5, Master Data Integration Setup. Let's look at connecting S/4HANA under the hood. First, let's establish our exact technical objective here. The goal is to replicate business partners, relationships, and products from SAP Master Data Integration to SAP's Sales and Service Cloud version 2 every 5 minutes. Don't forget the so what of all this. This accurate, rigorously scheduled replication is literally the fuel for the entire lead to cash engine. If this data doesn't sync, the whole process just grinds to a halt. Okay, let's break down the first set of configuration steps. First up, you set up the S/4HANA integration. But before we can move the people, we have to move the structure, right? So step 2 is replicating the prerequisite code lists. Step 3 is replicating the company codes, sales organizations, and sales areas. See the logic there? We absolutely must synchronize the underlying codes and organizational structures first before we can accurately map the actual business partners into them in step 4. So the crucial point here, and this is pulled directly from the SAP manual, is this. The communication system ID of the connected SAP S/4HANA system and SAP Sales and Service Cloud version 2 must match the SAP S/4HANA system ID sent from SAP Master Data Integration. I literally cannot stress this enough. If these IDs do not match perfectly, your crucial ID mapping will fail entirely, and your systems will basically be complete strangers to one another. No way around it. Now for the final kind of nuanced configuration steps in Cloud version 2. You're going to create your value mapping and then copy your communication configuration template. But here's a massive trick for administrators. You actually need to temporarily remove the business partner relationship inbound configuration. Why? Well, it ensures a clean initial load of the partners themselves. You only add that relationship configuration back in after the business partners have successfully loaded the first time. It's a super clever sequencing trick to prevent data conflicts. And that brings us full circle. We just got really deep into the dense, nitty-gritty back-end work of mapping communication IDs and toggling inbound configurations. But doing that back-end work perfectly is the invisible bridge that makes the high-level strategy possible. That technical setup is exactly what turns a one-time prospect into a fully integrated, well-served, lifetime customer in the intelligent enterprise. Which leaves us with this final thought. With your backend systems now speaking the exact same language, what new, completely seamless customer experiences will your intelligent enterprise unlock tomorrow? Just think about the possibilities when the data effortlessly flows from lead all the way to cash. I hope this explainer has given you both the high-level vision and the technical roadmap you need to make it happen.